I'm here at GDLX 2024 with Leah from Soundcaster Studios, and you are showing Soundcaster, right?
Yeah.
So what's the vibe with Soundcaster? It looks like you've got a bit of sort of Guitar Hero mashed up with Final Fantasy early days.
Yes.
What's going on?
So basically this game has two different screens. One controls the rhythm side of the game, and on the right side you have kind of like an arcade combat system. So you use one left hand to control the rhythm, one right hand to control your character. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already thinking that one out of my head. That's going to be a challenge.
It is difficult.
It's a bit like being a drummer or something. Yeah. Well, where did the inspiration come from for this? Because it's quite original.
Yeah, so we do enjoy Crypt of the Necrodancer a lot. That's our main reference. We also really like rhythm games, and we just have this kind of combined passion for music.
Yes.
So we had an opportunity to work as a team in Transfuser, and we just decided to create this game together.
Yeah. So it just sort of came out of the blue, basically. All the things that all of you liked together, and you thought, let's do something.
So we started by making this game for a game jam called Games Innovation Challenge, and it was sponsored by Unidays. Mikael started that with two other people, but then after that, we actually won the game jam. We got some awards, and then he was like, "Hey, Leah, do you want to work with me?" And I was like, "Do you know about Transfuser?" And he was like, "No, I don't." So basically, we tried to take part, we got in, and now we're working on the game through Transfuser. And then after that, we'll try, obviously, to work it further, right?
Yeah, very cool. And the artwork is really distinctive.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Who does that, and what's the vibe?
So basically, we're three people in the making the game. Three co-founders. One of us does the arts/programming, so it's a lot of things for him.
Yes.
Which is Mikael. And then we have Matt, who does the audio design. He does everything audio related, and I do a bit of the business, production, a bunch of things like marketing, everything else.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess you all have to wear many hats in a small organization to try and get this game development so complex. There's so much to do, and especially someone else was saying to me today that half of it is making the game, but half of it is getting it out there. So there's a lot of stuff to do.
It is a lot. I mean, to be fair, all of us, we're kind of looking for jobs, and the industry is really hard right now. So we're just let's just try to make a game, try to get it out there. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, it's more experience. We're happy to do it. Yeah.
It's worth getting at a shot for sure. What's the feedback been like so far?
So people really like it. We're really happy about it. They say it's very challenging, which is something we're aiming at, to have a challenge game. But also having people not give up on the game and try to get better at it. It's also something we want to see. And we are seeing that. So it's really good,
So in terms of development or in tips for other developers out there, is there anything you guys have come across that's quite hard and that you've had to overcome during the development process so far? Or any general advice for people trying to put out their first game?
I think the most difficult thing is actually find people to work with you that are reliable.
Yeah.
If you have a reliable team, if you can trust them, I think you can have anything. I think that's what I had more difficulty in, is finding a team.
Yes, yeah. And how did that happen for you? Was it just literally chance meeting your friends and you're like, hey, I like that too, let's do this? Or did you network? What did you do to do that?
So basically, Mikael and me, we went to the same course in the same university, but he was a year behind.
Yeah.
Obviously, I graduated last year. He's graduating this year, and he basically asked me, hey, I really like your work. Do you want to work with me? Let's work together. Great. And then we had to find an audio person. We were like, oh my God, who do we get? And I remembered I have a lot of people that I met in previous events. So I just thought about this person I met in EGX, and I was I tried to get him in, but sadly he wasn't able because he didn't meet the requirements for Transfuser. But then he did mention someone else. And that's how I met Matt. So networking is very important.
So a combination of university contacts and going to something like EGX and just chatting to people helps you out with that.
I just say talk to every single person you can. That's another advice.
With this game specifically, what's your release pathway now? Have you got an alpha coming out or a beta? Are you going to do demo? How are you going to handle that?
So I do. Right now we're working. So right now we're working on a prototype. So that's our objective for Transfuser, which ends in a month and a half maybe. And then after that we'll look for investors or publishers that can help us. And we plan to have a full game with a story and different levels, different soundcasters. So we do have a huge
awesome.
plan. We just need the time and funding to do it.
Well, best of luck with it all. I hope that, God, my voice is going already.
Yeah.
So loud in
Same,
it.
same.
You can't tell because I'm using special noise reduction to take it out. It's deafening. That's why I'm shouting. Anyway, hopefully your voice holds up and so does mine. Hopefully you get what you want out of this and can carry on that search for a publisher and so on and so forth. Have a great rest of the day and thank you for taking me through it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For asking me, yeah.